Now, this is so common, but it's such a challenge to break out of because of this one factor. So something that I'm 100% sure of is that everybody is insecure, but there is different levels of insecurity. And sometimes what I find is that driven people are some of the most insecure people, but they just hide it really, really well. And the reason why I talk about this is because if you're a business owner out there and you're thinking about, why am I stuck? It's probably because number one, you're insecure, and number two, you've got really good ways of hiding that insecurity. And so I've worked with people before who will come to me and they go, well, why should I work with you? I make more money than you. But the rest of your life is shit, right? You're overweight, you're unhealthy, you're up to your third marriage, that's fallen apart. You've lost half of everything you own every time you get a divorce. Your kids don't talk to you. And so they justify everything with how much money they make. And so if I make more money than you, then that means I'm better than you. And that's the way that they deal with their insecurities. And a lot of business owners do that. There is also a lot of people out there who don't get the results that they want in their business. And they know that they want to learn and grow, but they're insecure about learning because of school. They hated school. What I noticed though is that a lot of people, when they're scared or when they're afraid or when they're insecure, they will start to create other problems that aren't really problems and then use that problem as the reason why they're not getting the results that they want. And as I mentioned, that business owner who I'm talking to and they say, I don't really have the time and it's a time thing and I got to go home and ask my wife, or I got to go home and ask my husband, or whatever it is. That's really a smokescreen for what's really going on and really driving their insecurities. And so really, if there is anyone listening to this and you're hitting glass ceilings and you're not getting the results that you want, either in life or business, ask yourself, what are my biggest insecurities? What are the things that scare the shit out of me the most? For me personally, the thing that scares me more than anything is dying and never having achieved my mission. I'm there to help people push their limits because that's the greatest gift that I can give them, because that creates self-worth. When you push yourself beyond your limits and you doubt yourself and then you push through those doubts, that's where you create self-worth. That's where you create self-love, self-respect, self-confidence, self-dignity. All of those things come from pushing yourself beyond what you think is possible. And that's what I love. I love the people that are hungry to want to be the best that they can be. So anyway, my point is that if you're not really asking yourself the right questions around what you're scared about or what you're afraid of or what you're insecure about, then you'll tend to hide it, which then means that you just lack that self-awareness. And that's probably going to be your biggest barrier, your biggest glass ceiling. Spend half an hour to an hour with a pen and a piece of paper and just ask yourself, what are my biggest fears? What am I really afraid of? And what am I most insecure about in life? What I know is that when I talk to people, normally when they tell me what they want in life, I already know their insecurities. If you want a better body, it's because you're insecure about your body. If you want a great family and family is a high value to you, you'll normally be insecure about your family. And so you doubt yourself as a mother or as a father, because it forces you to be better. So it's our insecurities that actually drive us to want to be better. Most people don't realize this, but most people's insecurities define them. And that's really, really important to understand. So anyway, go through, have a look at your insecurities. What is it that makes you insecure? And then think about how you can use those insecurities to push you to be better and what decisions you need to make to keep growing and pushing against those insecurities. Because if you're not pushing them, they'll be pushing you.